Hey everyone, let's stick with the us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up, what is going on. Colin, Rodney, Micah, what's happening? Good morning. Carl, how we all doing this morning? Let's get that money. Yeah, right now futures got halted up 5%. I can't believe they halted them, but I guess it makes sense. They halted them up 5%. S&P's up 126, Dow's up 1,110, and Nasdaq up 407. Gold's up $5. Volatility VIX futures / 3X down 595. Oil's up $1.80. So it's gonna be interesting. Tiavi, how you doing? How you doing? If you're here right now, say what up. Hit the like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Man, I can't. I mean, I guess I can believe it because it's kind of what been feeling. Yo, Lucas, last night S&P's hit a low of 2380, and right now they got halted at 2582. We knew that the Fed pump was going to be real. They're going to put in $1.5 trillion. People were mad because they weren't paying off student debt. They're saving Wall Street. Here we are. Here we are. But regardless of the Fed pump and all that, we're expected to have these types of upswings. So, the downswings are violent. The upswings are going to be violent. VIX is still relatively high. We got VIX right now 65. That's VX. I think it's come down. It's come down $5. Came down from its high of 65 down to 52. Apple's up to 66 right now. Yeah, Bitcoin, crypto. I mean, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. And then crypto got bumped up to. Bitcoin got pushed up to 5,600. That was crazy. like what is going on? You couldn't put your money into gold, that was going down. You couldn't put your money into crypto, that was going down. Is cash king right now? Is cash where people want to be? Is that it? But like you're saying, Colin, yeah, traders paradise. Right now, kind of go over my trades that I have right now. So far this morning, I'm up 735. Realized I bought a mini S&P futures contract last night. I bought it at 24.35, sold it for 25.82, and kind of my thought behind it. And I kind of talked about this yesterday. I shorted the VIX. I was thinking that we're probably due for a bounce. The Fed's stepping in. I was saying all day yesterday that the government is going to want to stabilize. So they may not be able to stop the drop, but the main point is that they're going to try to do is slow it. I mean, in my honest opinion, I still think that we're probably going to have, unless a miracle happens, like a 30 to 50% down year. And that's my opinion, not investing advice. But in my opinion, I'm thinking we're going to have a 30 to 50% down year. We're going to have huge down days. We're going to have huge up days. We're going to have flat days. I mean, it's going to be a mixture all above. But at the end of the day, January 1st, 2021, we're going to look back on 2020 and think, what the F? That's kind of where we're at right now. But so the reason why I bought it, the mini, or I would call it the micro. It's like the micro E-mini S&Ps. I'll just call them the micros. The reason why I bought this yesterday is because this has the June expiration. As you can see here, this is June expiration. So I said, hey, I'm looking to get a little long right now. Even if it goes against me right now, this futures contract's till June. Then this morning they brought it up. So I don't know if the micros are halted. I've never traded micros during a halt before. I don't know if the micros are halted, but I sold it at 6:38 Central Time this morning. So as soon as I saw that these are up 25.82. I guess they did sell during the halt because it got filled. This is 25.82. Let's take a look at 25. Yeah, these have been halted. So that's interesting. So they filled my order even though it halted. Let's see here. What time? 6:38. Yeah, after this, these were halted and they filled my order. I didn't think you could. This is Tastyworks. I didn't think you could. Why would they fill it during a halt? See, it's been halted. 6:38 this morning was right in here during the halt. That's weird. Anyway, well, I'm grateful because I'm up 735 on that. But my thought was behind that. So yesterday I went short VIX. I was all cash. I went short VIX. We made about $1,000 yesterday. A short VIX that went $10 against me. And then this morning or last night at 7 p.m. and there was a little bit of pain. You know, I went long at 24.35 and that was at 7 p.m. last night. So we were like right in here at 24.35. They tried to bounce them up to 24.50. It failed until we ultimately ripped up here. So you know, Trevor, if you're just joining, say what up. Say what up. So, you know, what I've been doing is just trying to scale back my risk. The more down days that we have, the more, I guess, the higher the probability is that we're going to have a green day, is why I started scaling back my risk. That's why I didn't swing trade any puts. That's why I shorted VIX, and that's why I went long MES, the micro futures. And you know, the micro futures is a way safer way to play long than it is to buy like a call or anything like that. You know, so that's why I had June expiration. They cost me $920 in buying power. So what's going on, Trevor? Robert, how do you like Tastyworks? I gotta get out of Robinhood. Yeah, Tastyworks is great. You'll think it'll rip down? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna rip down today. It's gonna rip down. I mean, we're gonna have more down days. I mean, they're thinking, people are celebrating and saying, "Oh, it's over. The crash is over." That we are honestly just getting started. Like, don't celebrate. This is why I'm actually shocked that I made money long today. Like, absolutely shocked. Like, I'm shocked that I've had so many good trades in a row. You know, being short, being long. I mean, I just can't. You know, I shouldn't be trading this well. You know, honestly, like I shouldn't be trading this well. But you know, I've been in terms of I've been following the support and resistance. I've been actively on it day in, day out, all night. I'm on this thing all day, all night. I mean, this is it. You know, so you know, if you're long, I would be careful, because on these pops, people most likely are going to try to exit. Yesterday on my VIX position, I was actually down 160 bucks. Now I have a VIX. I'm short VIX. I have a 57.5 put. It cost me 760. So it cost me 760 yesterday. Ripped up another $10, and this is kind of where we got in trouble yesterday. Is I put it on right around here when VIX was around 63, 64, and then the market. If you guys remember, the market was relatively flat going into the close, but VIX was spiking up, and then we had that drop. So, you know, just be mindful. Just be mindful of what you're doing. You know, if you're not sure, you know, a lot of people are sitting out. That's okay. You know, you don't have to trade. And, you know, I think the things that I've done well in this high volatility is limit the amount of products that I'm trading. Like, I'm not trading all these different stocks. I've really limited myself to the S&P, Apple, and that's pretty much it. I'm trading VIX, sure, but you know, yeah, Colin, it's time to shine. Yep, let's get it. So, limiting your exposure and really concentrating on what you're doing. If you only have 1 to 2 trades on a time, you're able to concentrate on what that stock or ETF is doing. If you're trading 20 products at a time, you're not going to be as focused. And I think in this, I've been learning a lot during this high volatility, because it's going to make you a better trader, whether you're making money or losing money. I think all traders, if they make it through the fire here, you're going to become a better trader at the end of the day. Like when this is all done, I don't know if it's going to be done this year, next year, 3 months from now. I don't know if the cure is going to drop tomorrow, if the vaccine is going to drop. We don't know. But at the end of the day, I think this is going to make us a better trader. Also, when this thing starts to turn around, people with greed, especially the bears right now, bears that kept hammering it. I saw people saying, "Hey, I'm up 500%, I'm up 1,000%, I'm up 1,600%. Should I take my gains?" And the answer is, if you're wondering if you should take profits, the answer is yes, because this is what's going to happen. You get greedy, like, oh, I'm trying to get a 5,000% return, and then we have a green day like this. And in options, time is not your friend. So one green day like this can screw you. Also, if implied volatility goes down, your option is going to get the double whammy. Not only is it going to go against you, but implied volatility plus theta is going to crush you down. So, just be mindful that, like, being greedy, I mean, so many people are greedy in the market right now. And, I honestly have to, the reason why I take my gains and they're like, oh, you only made 30% or you only made 100%. Yeah, because I want to freaking sleep at night. And sure, I could be making those 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand plays right now, but that's not something that I'm looking to do. I want to be able to sleep. I want to be able to relax. I want to go into the weekend. I don't want to be wondering if I'm going to hit 100 grand or if I'm going to be down 100 grand. We could do that, but like, for what? Like, that's I don't know. So I just honestly, I mean, the greed, greed is eventually, you're going to make money. A lot of people are making money right now, but when the market starts to change, greed is the number one killer of accounts. It's going to kill you. And, I've seen people go up 6 figures and blow out their accounts doing, like, 2018, the quote unquote drop or crash of end of 2018. I saw people get thick and then not being able to trade anymore in January. That's how quick it went. So that's why I'm saying, like, stay on it, take profits, redeploy capital. You can always get another position. There's always going to be another opportunity. There's always going to be another setup. Don't get stuck in thinking that, oh, I had this best position, I'm going to make 500%, 1,000%. You could. We all, like yesterday, we all took profits and we could have made a couple $1,000s more or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, what are you risking? You want to stay disciplined in the volatility that we're in, and also low volatility, because if you don't stay constant when you could be a little bit more greedy. Sure, I've been a little bit more greedy during this volatility, but it's also moving a lot faster, so you're able to make gains faster. But if you stay the same, let's say you're greedy now and you stay greedy during low volatility, you're going to get crushed. Your account's going to get crushed. I mean, I hate to say it. Sleep is more important than stressing over a position, for sure. I mean, we can always make more money. Pray for me and my put on NIO. There's a good book called Flow Getting in the State that is crucial. Yeah, Trevor, I see you. But, where we're looking right now, Apple 266. I was actually last night thinking, okay, Apple's probably, it broke right through 260 yesterday. It could bounce back up here. We're still in a channel of downtrend right now. Really needs to start to break up to like 290 area to break this out. But I don't anticipate that. I was thinking that 260 was going to be an area of support for Apple, but now I'm thinking that we're going to bounce up, probably come back down to the 220 area, honestly. They got an order filled and I'm out. Danny, what order did you have? What were you trading? Were you trading futures? But the futures actually have been netting me pretty decent money overnight and stuff like that. You just have to be careful because it also set limit orders. Especially if you're trading options. The futures, I didn't set a limit order for my futures contract yesterday because it was an actual futures contract. But if you're trading options on futures, I throw those limit orders in overnight just in case. They are opening their China stores. Yeah, Apple says all stores in China are open. Now the containment. Now, what I've been thinking about is the containment. What they're trying to do here in America by canceling all these events and everything. We've already have coronavirus in the U.S. It's going, but what they're trying to do is buy time. So instead of risking it at all these public events with 10,000, 50,000 people, and what they're trying to do right now, and I realized this before the stream, is what they're trying to do is instead of having the curve keep climbing, they're trying to get it to stabilize. Sure, more people are going to get coronavirus, but what they're trying to do is not have extreme spikes and it's really to kind of start leveling off. So I don't think it's going to get any less, but they're trying to kind of like the yield curve, right? What they're trying to do is kind of level it out, balance it out. And so instead of like a straight spike up, we're trying just to kind of level it out right now. That's what they're saying. Okay, we just need to buy time right now. Yeah, I have no idea. Yo, Trevor, are you in our Discord? Shoot me that book title if you're in our Discord, or if you're on Facebook, hit me up with a message. Trevor's target is 280. BRKB bought at 179 yesterday, went down to 173, sold at 187. Nice. I wonder if I know that Warren bought some Delta Airlines, but I wonder if Warren is taking his cash pile. It was announced this morning that he's going to have his investor conference, his annual shareholder meeting with no shareholders in attendance, which is huge because their event is like a football game essentially. Like they rent out a huge a huge arena. They do it. They do it up. And to do that means more than 40,000 people in 2018 would attended. Yeah, Woodstock for capitalists, but you have to be a shareholder. So, I mean, it's just crazy. I very much regret this action. Yeah, Buffett doesn't have a lot of time left, so, but I wonder if he's using his cash pile at all. I'm sure he is. All right, links below in the description, Trevor, to the Discord if you guys want to hit it up. I'm there pretty much all day. Good way to get a hold of me, or on Facebook Messenger as well through the Facebook. But Facebook's kind of lame these days, Mr. Morris. So that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. Everything's just kind of stopped. We got about 12 minutes to market open. So if we look at the Fed here, last 6 months, Fed has been pumping since September. So we had the unwinding of the Fed balance sheet starting back in what was that, 2018, and then we just started to ramp it up. So September 2019, we hit a bottom of the Fed balance sheet hit a bottom of 3.7 trillion, and now it's ramped back up to 4.2. Now this is only showing until March 4th. This is not the most recent data. So it's going to be interesting to see. So this is from March 4th, and that was last Wednesday. So it's going to be interesting to see when this chart is updated, what that's going to look like. They capped out, from 2012 to 2014, they had the greatest expansion of their balance sheet, and that's kind of what stabilized the market and kept pushing that huge Obama era bull run, And then it's interesting. Then in 2015 was a relatively flat year. After that, we had a lot like 2015, we had a lot. Basically, I call it like the support and resistance. We didn't go anywhere. It went down, it went up, it went down, it went up. And when it was a good trading chart, it was a lot of fun. But 2015, we didn't go anywhere. 2016, we didn't really go anywhere because of the election either. But as you can see, their balance sheet stayed the same for roughly 4 years. And then in 2018, they said, hey, let's unwind that balance sheet. And then that's when we started getting volatility in the market again, was in 2018. And then they stopped doing it. And then in 2019, at the end of 2019, it's interesting. And in halfway through 2019, they stopped doing it. And then the second half of 2019, we just kept going up and up and up. But if you look at their balance sheet, it's going up and up and up as well. So it appears that we need the Fed, the stock market, not me as an individual or you as an individual. It appears the stock market needs the Fed to continue growth. I mean, it's just crazy. Well, 2017, I guess 2017, you can say we had that Trump rally, 36% year, 33% year, and the Fed didn't increase. I guess that's our only hope. But was that a bunch of bubble? I don't know. And I was saying, what was I saying like last week? I'm like, wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy if they, after all these years, Trump has been bragging about the stock market, that they take the one thing away that he runs his campaign on? What if they take the one thing away? What is he going to campaign on? He can't campaign on a good economy. He can't campaign on, your 401ks or your 409ks, as he calls them. He can't campaign on that. So I don't know. There's a lot of tinfoil hat conspiracies going on with that. I'm not saying anything, but it's just it's interesting to me watching the stock market, watching the news, watching what has been going on, watching how our president talks about and brags about the stock market, and here we are. Here we are. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, but at the end of the day, we couldn't keep going. We can't just keep going up every year and expect we're going to be doing well. Oh yeah, that tax cuts were the catalyst. You're right, Trevor. I forgot about the tax cuts. The tax cuts were a catalyst, and actually, he's looking to have another tax cut in his next campaign as well. So. Christopher, this has got to be an overreaction. Yeah, I mean, if VIX is going to be in their 50s and 60s, I was saying VIX above 30 is going to be crazy, and now we're in the 50s and 60s. I mean, we're going to have huge up days still, huge down days still. So don't think this is over. Do not think this is over. No, Trevor, he was saying that Trump is working on a middle class tax cut, essentially. No details. This news was given on a red day in the market, and then it sent the markets up flying. So it was very calculated. There was no details on what that was, but they said they're working on a plan for the middle class to have tax cuts. No, nothing was said about any details or anything like that. That's all that was said, and then sent the markets up flying. That was sent on a big red day, and it didn't do anything for the long term. So the crazy thing about all this is that the viruses in the Bible are to get religious, but things are only to get worse. Yeah, I mean, what was it trending on Twitter? Let me see here. I don't know if anything of this is true. Because anything that you see on the internet, not necessarily true, but what's trending on Twitter right now is 40 to 70% of the U.S. I'm trying to find a source here. They're saying 40 to 70% of the U.S. will be infected, and 1.5 million could die in the next 12 to 18 months. I'm trying to see here where I don't see a legitimate news source, but it is trending on. I have to be careful here. I don't know what is. The world of the post-war years, which had been fractured, the 70s shattered all at once. Yeah, I don't know. So don't take that as news, but right now this is what is trending on Twitter right now is 40 to 70% of the US may catch coronavirus. I don't know. I got to do some research on this. I just found it kind of crazy that that's trending on Twitter right now. Looks like futures are still halted. They're going to be halted until market open. Well, if Trump reads his good book, he'd know pride goes before the fall. Yeah, that's what happens when you get prideful. I mean that what happens to us as traders when we get cocky and we think that's why I'm worried now that I've had such a high success rate of trades over the last 2 weeks. I'm starting to scale myself back and like I gotta rein it in because I know that a loss is gonna come. You know that a loss is gonna come, but do you want the loss to give up all your gains or just a fraction of your gains? You're gonna take a loss here. You're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be wrong. But I don't want the money that I made the last month of 2 weeks or this year. You know, a lot when this thing started falling through, a lot of experienced traders, I'm talking 20 plus years of experience, they lost years worth of gains in one day. So it doesn't matter your experience level. It matters about you, what you do with your account, what you do with your portfolio. You know, Pelosi spoke about a coronavirus bill, then the reputation right after her knocked it all down. So I don't see anything passing. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. What we need. This is what we need. We need to make sure there's room in the medical field. There's room in the hospitals. CDC has funding. We need to make sure they have the funding to make the vaccine. We need rapid deployment. That's what we need. That's all we need before it gets widespread here. Give them whatever money they need for the vaccine. Give them whatever money they need for healthcare. They did speak to, I think Trump did say in his speech that he did speak to insurance carriers that they're not going to be charging for coronavirus treatments and they're going to cover it and stuff like that. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm guessing the government is going to give some sort of stimulus to health insurance carriers to cover that load, right? So I don't know. Like the problem right now is I wish that people would just be honest and tell you exactly what you're doing instead of trying to Trump was tweeting out it's not as bad as the flu, blah, blah, blah. And then he got hammered on that because it came down to like, you actually just tweeted out that coronavirus has a 4% death rate, and, if he just comes out and says, hey, guys, this is what's happening. It's going to get real dirty. It's going to get crazy here. I know you don't want to cause panic, but let's be realistic. If you're just realistic with people just want the answers, the truth about their health. They don't want to be lied to. They don't want to be manipulated. They don't want it to be downplayed because when this thing blows up, we're all going to look back and be like, hey, why didn't they? They're going to make, if this thing goes crazy, this is going to be in the history books for the next 100 years on how poorly this was handled and things that they're going to do in the future. Kids, generations after us are going to be like, this is how you don't handle a crisis. And I'm not blaming Trump. It's everybody. The CDC downplayed it. The administration downplaying it. Everyone's downplaying it. And maybe it's not that bad. But we don't know. We don't know yet. But they have information we don't have access to. So if they could just be transparent, tell us what the deal is. So, especially, when you have a family, you have kids, you need to take care of those people. So, when one guy is saying one thing, one guy is saying another thing, and they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to do that. Oh, we can't do that. Why did he say that then? It gets out of control. Just be honest with people. That's all we want. Just be honest. Hey, no vaccine for 2 years. Give it to me right now. Tell me, no vaccine for 2 years, fine. I won't send my kids to school, Are you going to start buying puts? So my plan today, so it was 1 minute into market open, I'm up 735 already. I'm looking to get out of my VIX put. Right now I have a VIX 57.5 put. Looking to get out of that. I got $80 back on that already, so we'll see what happens. I'm actually, after these trades, I am out for the weekend. That's it. We done. Taking the money and leaving. Italy and Spain ban shorting stocks. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens here. Would not be surprised. Our market just opened up. let's see where we're at right now. Futures are up 6% right now. Guess I could have waited. But I don't. I don't want to be greedy. Well, I'll be slick. I'll be in the Discord, but I'm gonna chill. Right now VIX is not moving. Not moving on VIX right now. Kind of weird. Apple's up almost 7% right now, $17. I mean, puts are gonna get. Ooh, let's see what these Apple puts, because it's also keep in mind today it's Expiration Friday. So, and next week's the third expiration. Next week's is next week triple witching or quad witching? I have to check. It's one of the two. So keep that in mind. Monthly expiration is next week as well for March, and the quarter. So VIX is not moving. Let's see here, /VX. Let's check out VIX futures. VIX futures are at they're down 8% right now. Crazy. SPY isn't moving. The SPY's at 263.51. So, the question today, TLT, let's take a look at TLT. That dropped a lot. TLT's down $3. Not too bad. If TLT does come back down to the 130s though, or let's call it 140. If TLT does come down to 145, I wouldn't mind buying a couple. You know what I mean? If TLT comes down to 145, I wouldn't mind buying a couple TLT calls. But right now, I'm chilling. Oh yeah, VIX is not moving. SPY is not moving really. Apple's not moving. So they're trying to figure out with this big move right now. Dow's up almost 1,400. S&P's up 161. Nasdaq up 495. So they're trying to figure out what to do. Is Robinhood down? Robinhood is up. I got a whopping $4.93 in my Robinhood account. Probably $493 too much. Probably $4.93 too much. YOLO. The thing is, with IV so high, you can't even buy anything. You can't even buy anything for $4 anymore. All right, VIX is crashing down. I'm only up. I did get my money back right now, so I got $170 back. I'm up $5 on this position. VIX is falling through right now, so we'll see. Can VIX get down into the 50s? If VIX can get down into the 50s, I will. GameStop. Yo, I can't even buy. Look. I can't even. Oh, maybe I could buy Kron. Kron's even still too expensive. All right, I could buy one share of Kron right now. I could buy one share of Kron. I'm not buying. I would rather buy a weed stock than GameStop. I would rather buy a weed stock than GameStop, honestly. All right, if VIX can come down into the 50s, that would be good. But I don't know if it's going to happen. I think the best thing that they could do for the market today is gap up and be flat. Gap up and be flat. Look at Tilray. You guys look at any of the wheat stocks. Tilray's at 482. Oh my gosh. I mean, come on. Beyond Meat's holding up though. Beyond Meat's holding up. It's come back down to a support area in the 70s. So Beyond Meat is holding up. So the biggest question I have right now, are they going to sell into the strength before the weekend, or are they going to try to, like I said, the government's stepping in, they're trying to stabilize this thing. It's hard to say. I'm starting to lose some money again on VIX. So we'll see. We'll see if we can crack 60. That's what I'm looking at. If we can crack 60 here on VIX, that's kind of where we're at. Has anyone that smoked weed got infected food first? I don't. Maybe their stock holdings got impacted. I know the dispensaries in Illinois. I don't know if the dispensaries in Illinois are going to have a shortage or not. I can imagine probably, but they're probably limiting how much you could buy. But everyone's going to be selling off their puts. Yeah, I mean if they can. Let's take a look at these SPY puts for today's expiration. Let's take a look at these bad boys here for a second. Wow, this is lagging. Let's check it. Look at that. Won't even load. Wow. Oh, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Tastyworks. Oh boy, Tastyworks loading fast. Gotta like that. If you guys want to sign up for Tastyworks, I can shoot my referral link. But anyways, let's see here. Does it tell me the percentage change? Percentage change. Typically don't have percentage change on here. But let's see, how much were these 250s going for yesterday? 250s yesterday the 250s were going for $9.50, $8. Now they're down to $1.31. Look at this. Here we go. Net percent change, 80% on all the puts. Look at that. If you had today's expiration, you were greedy. Today's puts expiration, all in the money too. Even in the money's down 50%. Out of the money down 90%, 50%. It's bad. So that's what happens, guys. I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just trying to give you the information, be realistic here. You know, I mean, that is what happens when greed drives. And the interesting thing is they didn't look at the calls. The calls they only brought up 100%. The calls they only brought up 100%. So it's not like you're even getting paid. It's like to offset. So if you went in like today hedged, and you were like had 2 times puts and 1 times the calls. So if you had like a 2-to-1 ratio puts or something like that, you're going to cut your loss in half. But these are only up 100%. In the money's only up 97%, 90% for a $13 move on SPY. So they were pricing this in, guys. Like you got to be careful about option pricing, and that's why you need to really start watching option pricing. It's why I started scaling back the risk when it started to get harder to make big percentage gains, because they're going to start the option markets are going to start pricing this stuff in and start taking you down. You know. Okay, so I'm down now since open. I was up $5. Now I'm down $70 in this VIX position, but I'm just gonna let it ride, see what happens. I'm up 7.35, so it's kind of like a free play right now. Not saying I want to lose, but I don't think I'm gonna lose. I don't think VIX is gonna go over 80 today, so I don't think I'm gonna lose too big. I'll catch up midday and see where this VIX put is. I don't want to take it off right now. I think that we could kind of stabilize if we have another. We could have another crash, sure, but we'll see what happens. It's moving real slow right now. So anyways, guys, if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it. I'm gonna take off for the weekend. Stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.